Hey guys, it's JJ. I just wanted to go through a little tutorial of the new dungeon, the Enchanted Forest. And this is Nightmare Hardcore, but this is with a larger group, and so these settings are for a larger group. There's a couple alts that are in here as well, and so there is about 20 people total with about 2-3 alts. We have 2 healers with the new spells, the healing spells, which help a lot. And our setting is 500 mil health, which is pretty good for the larger sized groups. And you want to make adjustments if you're doing a smaller group like a trio or a duo. But you'll definitely want to have healers with the new healing spell. It's really nice. So when you go into this first room, it's just the mobs that aren't as bad. You want to make sure that you always watch kind of like for the green circles on the ground, because if you run through those, you are just going to die. So somebody dies just right there. But you run through, just attack the mobs like normal, and then you go down the stairs into the first boss. It has these spikes that come from the ground, and you just try to kind of avoid those. And there's some gems that come up on some random people, and they need to run underneath the green circle. If they don't, a blast sends out to everybody. But then as soon as you do that, there's these purple crystals that you need to gather to build the wall. And you get behind the wall, and he sends out a blast, and that protects you. And there's also those vortexes you want to avoid. If you see those coming towards you, you want to head towards the back of the room so it appears there and not towards everybody else. And so that's kind of helpful too. But then as you go on to the next mobs, you want to have an aggro, maybe a backup aggro, that will go in, and they'll just circle around the mobs to pull them. And you just need to dodge while they circle around, and the healers just make sure that they're with him and constantly healing. And so you just kind of follow that same pattern throughout the whole thing. As you have an aggro go, circle the mobs around them, and then everybody else. Just make sure you're dodging, because that's important. But I'm not sure which spells are the best spells. I know that warrior and mage seem to be about equal. It just depends on your preference, because I like to use the orbs because it blasts out on everyone, but it also has a delay slightly on it. And so some people like to use the lightning because it's an instant one. And so it's just basically depending on your preference of what you like. I haven't noticed too much of a difference between which spells are the better ones. And so it's just really kind of your preference. But we're going from mob to mob. We just started on the right. Make sure your whole team knows which way you're going so it doesn't split up the mobs. But we just go from one to the next, and here we are to the 4th mob set. Following the same pattern, having the aggro run in first, and you kind of have to wait for that aggro to go in first so that it kind of sticks together so you can kill the mobs faster. At this point, I just remembered that, you can go into your settings, and now you can take off the showing abilities so that there's not so much light flashing all around. So here I go, turn off. And then for the second boss, he's just in the same room, has the lights appear with the lasers. If you ever get stuck too close to these lasers and you can't run past it, you want to just run against it. As long as there's a heal going off, you'll survive. Sometimes there's a glitch where the lasers disappear, and so you just need to kind of watch for that, because it will just kill you if they're disappeared but still going. And so just kind of watch how long they go. And those circles will keep you in place too, so you want to avoid, just move back and forth on that, and you can kill the boss pretty fast. And then we just move on and killing the mobs again. Some of the red mushroom guys will get loose. And that's okay, you just need to kind of dodge and kind of try to bring them closer together so that you can kill them faster and everybody can do their part there. So this little straggler there decided to aim towards me for some reason, I don't know why. But then you just go up to the top of the stairs towards the dragon. Now he has a few different attacks that you want to watch out for. So there's the traditional lines where you have the cross patterns, but then he targets a few individuals, and you can see that when he turns and he faces a certain direction, that he blows fire and those circles appear and it just smolders for a while. Then these columns appear and people randomly have the rings around them, and so you don't want to spread that. Those rings can spread. You don't want to spread them, and you don't want to touch the columns with them. because if it spreads and you touch the columns, then you have an attack that it just kills everybody, or it's so strong that it almost kills everybody. So we had a few people survive once. And so you need to just watch out for that, but you just kind of follow the pattern and dodge and kind of stay away from each other, and then you can beat the boss. So we finished it with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left, Nightmare Hardcore. And I hope that helps a little bit of you guys doing the dungeon. Good luck.